Let me show you how to take a Dollar Tree plastic egg from this to this. Watch step by step here.
Hey everyone, it's Susie Lee with Bellalina Boutique. Welcome to Totally Dazzled / European Excellency. We're going to be having a fun night tonight. It's Monday. Let's have some fun. We're going to be working on this cool little Easter egg that I got from the Dollar Tree. I think it was a Dollar Tree. It was just an egg like this. You know, these big eggs, and it had a clear front on it, just like this. I don't know what happened to the other part of this one, but I might use it to hold my egg in place. I don't know. We'll see. But I painted it because, you know, nobody likes to sit and watch this took 3 coats to cover this infusion mineral paint. This is raw silk. I did it in a creamy color. I didn't want it white. I wanted it because wait till you see what I'm going to use tonight, guys. I got some European Excellency. This was one of my favorites. I did a little Reels video on all the ones that I got, and I wanted to show you what I'm going to do. First thing is I've got these molds, and what I'm going to do is this is going to be like where East meets West meets North meets South. We've got Totally Dazzled European Excellency, Essential Stencil, and Formflex. So we've got 4 companies represented in this one project. This is the Essential Stencil bundle for Easter. This is the one I'm going to use, and I'm going to put it on this cross, and the cross is going to go on the egg, and then we're going to fill it all out with Formflex molds that I made today. And I'll show you the molds I used. I used this one right here. This one right here. I used that one. It's kind of frilly and got scrolls and flourishes, and I like that sort of thing. And I love roses, so I did some rose garlands. Now that one was a mold I got off Amazon. I have no idea. If you're interested in it, I can find it for you and link it. But I love it. It's nice and heavy. And this one is Prima Redesign, and I got this on Amazon as well. But I love these because it's got the little rose garlands and all that. It's just so pretty, and I use it for so many things, but we're going to use it on this egg tonight. All right, so here's what we have. We have molds to paint. Let me show you those first, because I already showed you the egg, and yes, I did paint it with 3 coats of Fusion Mineral Paint. We're going to be fixing this up, and I'm going to be putting it in a cute little basket that I got from the Dollar Tree. I just kind of hit it with a little bit of cream paint, Fusion Mineral Paint. This is from the Dollar Tree. I think the egg was from the Dollar Tree. All I did was hit it with some paint and wrapped a little bit of a ribbon around it. We're going to put a bow right here in the end, a nice pretty bow. But this came from Hobby Lobby. They come in a pack of 5 in the wood pile section. And you can see I've painted it, but it was just raw wood is all it is. So I have that, and I'm going to marry these 3 together. Matter of fact, I probably should do it now. So we've got this also from the Dollar Tree. It comes with a little with the little hanger, I just took those off. We're just going to take those off. We don't need them. This is going to go like this, like so. We're going to put this on like that, and this like that. And then the egg is going to have a place to sit. Isn't that pretty? And we'll have a pretty bow right here. I'm thinking it's going to be really cute. I love this. So I painted it, and then I scuffed it up a little bit. It was white. It was white. So I wanted everything matchy-matchy. You know, I wanted it all to look like uniform. So that's why I painted them all in the creamy, dreamy raw silk from Fusion Mineral Paint. First thing I'm going to do, I think, since I'm waiting for the hot glue to Susie, don't break your molds, girl. I went around this with a tape measure to see how many inches it was, and it was 26 inches. Now, one of these, oh gosh, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, because these are so fragile right now. I just made them, these little molds. They're very fragile. I don't want to break them. Ooh. These are even more fragile. because I just took them out of the freezer a little bit ago, about an hour ago, this one, and about half hour ago, the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just line them up here, and hopefully and carefully and prayerfully, if they break, I can fix it. Anything can be fixed, right? Anyway, we got those molds and these pretty garland molds, and I'm just going to paint them with Fusion Metal Paint. Put none other than, what else? Fusion Metal Paint, right? We're going to get them painted up. How pretty. I did a little bit of the painting ahead of time, you know, because I know it's, y'all get excited for the bling. I know that. So, I mean, I know how y'all are. I've been listening to you for 5.5 years, so I know how y'all are. I know you want the bling. Like, bring on the bling, right? So I'm doing it fast as I can. I know how you get. Right down. Hold on. Hold, please. We'll fix it. There we go. Sorry. That's disgusting. All right. There we go. And a little paper towel, and we're off. But you already knew that. If you're wondering how I do these molds like this, let me just show you real quick. What I do is I take a little makeup brush from the Dollar Tree, because I usually don't show you how I do the molds. I have before, but I haven't lately. I just take a little makeup brush from the Dollar Tree and cornstarch, just regular old cornstarch. I like it in this container because I can do this when I'm done, kind of dust it off. Then you just take it and lightly tap it into the molds all around like that. And then you put the clay, the Formflex clay. It's so soft. That clay is so soft. If you've never used Formflex, formflex.com, Miss Tammy Yaw, it's a wonderful product. And I'm not even an affiliate. How about that? But it's a great product. And I love that. It's my favorite clay of choice. So.
Okay, let's get these bad boys painted up and dried up real quick like.
Okay. There, Killa. All right. All right. We're just going to go scoot over here like this. I don't think I need this. I don't think I do. If I do, I'll grab it, but I don't think I need that. Because I'm afraid if I put this in there, it'll scratch it. You know what I mean? I don't want it scratched. But see, the sides have the seams, and what I did was I just put some B7000 and I clicked it together. So it's glued together. This was clear on the front, but now it's all pretty and creamy and dreamy. It's going to assemble the tiers, wasn't I? So they'll be drying. And I might do it with Tite Bond Quick and Thick because it's wood on wood, and I like this stuff a lot. So let's just do that. And it'll give it time to kind of set up a little. Me an idea right here. If this would work. Yeah, of course it will. Absolutely. So let's just chillax over here for a minute. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take one of my paintbrushes. And I'm going to go around the edge of this, just like that. I'm going to get rid of the white edge on this. We're going to tear it. Okay. Tear it away like that. Get rid of the white. Careful. All right, just like this. I love this cross with the rose. I think it's just so beautiful. Very pretty. And it's funny because I remember hearing a sermon from one of my very favorite pastors who talked about the cross and how non-beautiful it was, how how rugged, the old rugged cross, right? You know, we always wear pretty crosses and, you know, to symbolize our faith in that, but the reality is, the truth is, the cross was not beautiful. It was a bloody mess, right? And in truth, I think many artists portray it more beautiful because of what it means to Christians and why we celebrate Easter. But I think in reality, it was probably pretty brutal. And I think a lot of times it's easier to think of the cross as just, you know, the something beautiful, because it's just, you know, you get grief stricken when you look at the actual cross, right? Anyway, okay. I could have torn this one a little bit better, and I'm going to. Because there's some white still showing on there. I'm going to get rid of that. So, just plucking it off here. Flicking off the white. Okay, so we got this. Look at how nicely that tears. I love this paper. It's made in Italy, and I think that it's a real nice quality. All right, so we're going to take Jesus with this little lamb here, and we're going to just put him on here. Now, some of it is not going to fit. I'm going to have to cut some of it. Some of it is going to get cut off, like right here. Just part of his garment there, and because it's just not going to fit. And I'm doing it this way because I don't think it's going to fit. It's going to, well, let's put it this way. I don't want to press hard on the egg. You know, you got to kind of press a little hard on the egg to get it to transfer. And I don't want to mess up the egg. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put it down like this. That way it'll be perfect. Okay, so I got to take the backing off your part. Like this. And this might need to be dry. It's a little wet. So I want to make sure that it adheres. All right, so I'm going to put this on here, and he's going to kind of just, him and his little lamb. I might have to trim off a little bit more even, because I don't want to, you know, get rid of the cross altogether here. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm just going to transfer. And it looks like a painting of Jesus right next to the cross. There was the one of him walking backwards too. Like walking, and I could have done that right here too, but I just think this is really pretty in the corner. Okay, there we go. I had to turn that loose a little bit. Pulling it up as I go. If I feel any tugging, I stop and re-scratch. Look at how pretty that turned out. Look at how gorgeous. Can you see that? How pretty? I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so yes, he is going to go. This is going to go on here. I want it to be up high because I know once it goes in that basket, I'm going to lose a little bit down here. So if it's problematic, I'll wet it and pull it off, and then we'll just paint it. That's what I'll do. Not a problem. We'll fix it. We're the fixers, right? All right, so I'm going to go over this with some Mod Podge. Clean my brush a little bit here. And I'll put it down, and if it's trouble, I'll take some of it off, and we'll fix it. I'm going to set this. This one is equally as beautiful. I almost used this one, but I opted for that because I kind of like that, you know, that background. So, all right. Just going to add a little bit of Mod Podge down here. Mod Podge is so versatile and so easy. There are so many products that you can decoupage with, but I have always had really good luck with this product. And you know the old saying, if something works, stick with it? That's why I do. And it's not real expensive, but it's always been a good product for many, 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 many decades, actually. People have been Mod Podging for decades, right? Before there was any other thing besides, there used to be nothing but Mod Podge to choose from. Now everybody and their great-grandmother has something for you to buy. All right, I'm going to put it, like I said, up high-ish. I'm going to get me a little pouncer brush. And see if I can get it to lay down with a minimal amount of wrinkles. Especially this over here. I don't want my Jesus to have wrinkles in him. I might have to take off some of that around the edge there. That's not a problem. Okay. Okay. That down pretty good. I might go around and take just a little bit of that off, because it's going to get all camouflaged into the background of the egg. So. Go over it very lightly and get rid of any little wrinkles or imperfections you might have. There we go. Come on, little lamb. Lay down. Lay down pretty. There we go. And I might just go in here like this so that this will lay down. And just take off a little extra. I don't want to take off the pretty flowers. I just want to be careful. Maybe just a little bit of the background. There we go. All right. There we go. Now she's laying pretty. Okay. Oh, come on. Yeah, wet it a little more. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to just There might be a couple wrinkles, but not bad. Not bad. It's kind of vintagey looking anyway, right? That'll be vintagey. Vintage-ish. I know it kind of looks funky right now, but it'll be pretty when we're done. I promise.
Okay, we're just going to cover this and seal it with a quick coat of Mod Podge. And then we'll dry it up real well.
What I do when I do my blending technique is I look at what's on the outside, but I also look at what's on the inside here. And I try to formulate colors like that. And then I just mix and match them all in so that it looks like one piece. I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay. So I think I got my game plan here. Guys, I think I got a game plan. All right. We need a palette. I'm just going to start putting some of these colors out on it. Oh, I should have done this. I should have had it upside down. Remember? I don't want to get this on me. Come on. This is just going to be my my stabilizer color. Basically, I'll keep it upside down in case I need more. Then we've got brown. This is burnt umber, one of my favorite browns I like to use. I should have shook it up a little bit. It's fairly new. It still has the cap on. Burnt umber. Primary yellow. Sounds like I may have watered this down. We'll find out, won't we? Nope. It was just, it's fairly new. Just a dab of this forest green. I think that's what I said it was. Yes. Oh, black forest. So I might not need to put the black. If we got the black forest green, I might not need to use the black in it, but we'll see. Got this fern. Come on, baby. Work with me here. My husband's going to say, what are you doing? You building a house? What are you doing? Fresh fern. And the metallic red. Wow. All right. I think we're good. So I need a brush that's going to give me that pouncy, flouncy effect. This is a chip brush. It may work. We're going to try. I'm going to wet it first a little bit. I like to wet my brushes just a little bit so they don't soak up so much of the paint. I'm going to take a little bit of this brown and I'm going to get in here with that creamy white. Might add a little bit of yellow to it and see if it gives me that mix. See, I'm looking for what it is on the sides there, that color, kind of a tannish, got like browns and it's muddled looking. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to add a little yellow in that mix, a little bit more brown, and see what that looks like. I need a little more lighter colors in there too. And that's the beauty of it. What you can do is you dapple with it on your plate or a separate plate. And then when you start pouncing in and around, you go right up to the edge. When you start doing that, if you see that it's not quite matching, you can pick up a white and lighten it up, or a darker color and darken it up pronto. It really is an easy process. Now watch. When I start pouncing, of course, it's very close to the color already. You see what I did there? I mixed up some colors that I thought might be in this mix, and I'm bringing it right up next to. Now, keep in mind, acrylic paint's going to dry darker, right? So you're gonna lighten it up. And all you do is pick up a lighter color and go in there and pounce all around until you see the color that's at the edge. When you see that color that's at the edge, you want to make sure it's a little bit lighter because it's going to dry darker, right? And you can always go back in and you can always add some different colors in there. See right here, I put in a little bit of yellow because right here there's a little yellow vein running right through there. So you're going to have this, basically, this little muddled looking background. I need more brown. I need to mix up more of those colors, the brown, the white, and the yellow. Love it. Okay. There we go. There's my yellow. Just stick my finger in it. But see how muddled it is right here? Picking up yellow, brown, and white, and coming over here and just dabbling it like that. And then bringing it over here and continuing it on the piece. Until you see, till your eye sees what you see on the edge of this. I keep putting my finger in that. I shouldn't do that. Stop it, Susie. Now, my paintbrush picked up a little bit of that red. For whatever reason, it hit some of that red, but man, does it look pretty there. You see that? Just a little bit of that pink in there? It just looks really pretty because it kind of picks up the color in the flowers. So don't be afraid if that happens. Just run with it. You want that to happen. I have a niece. She was so funny when she was growing up. She'd make a mistake. She'd say, "That's what I wanted to happen. I meant that to happen." Oh, she suffered from high self-esteem. We had a song she used to sing, "Jamie, Jamie, everybody wants to be like Jamie." Jamie, Jamie, everybody wants to be like Jamie. True story. Anyway, okay, we got some green in here too, so I want to pick up a little bit of this green just because I can. And I'm going to mix some of that green in here over like on this end, I think. Because I can. Because I think that green would be really pretty just dabbled in there. And right now, I can't see where the rice paper starts and the paint stops, or vice versa. I can't see either which way. Okay. Can y'all see what's happening here? So you've got all the colors that are in here are going to be muddled in this, but your basic line, you want to try to get that as close as you can. Matter of fact, when you're painting it, you want to go over the rice paper and touch it just slightly and blend, 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 blend. That's the key. You don't want to see any one little line. Like when you're putting your makeup, you don't want to see a line of demarcation. You know, your neck and your face, two different colors, same concept. Just a little dot of that red in there because I think that's pretty. And I'm going to go right up to the edge. I don't have to make sure that those seams are perfect, but because they're going to get covered with the molds. Look at what I did here. See what I did here? I just pounced in a little flower over here. That's all I did. I took a little bit of that red and I just pounced it right in there. It looks like it was meant to be. Grab up some brown and white and keep dappling. If your two colors don't match, make sure they blend together. If you pick up a color and it's like, oh, I really see the difference in color, you want to make sure that they blend. Okay, that's a little bit too red, so I'm gonna pick up some more brown and get in there with the brown, and I'm gonna add some more white to the edge of this because I need to lighten that up just a little. Here we go. Now, Fusion Mineral Paint is that white, creamy white paint that I'm using. It's a higher pigmented, more expensive paint than your craft paint that you're going to buy at the craft store. So, and I'm not cleaning my brush. I'm just kind of rinsing it a little bit just to get some of the colors out. But for the most part, I like it having all the different colors in it. But the Fusion Mineral Paint, when you put it with the other acrylic paints, it kind of upgrades it a little bit because it's so pigmented. And so it gives you a little bit better quality of a paint when you're working. So keep that in mind. Okay, I just got some brown and some white together. Going back to my browns and whites over here on this side because I got a little bit too peachy pink. I want to add a little bit of the brown and white. And I'll probably go back over this part here with some white after, because I want where Jesus's robe is, I want that to be this, just a tan, which is what it was to begin with over here. Get a little white in there. Turn it around where y'all can see. There we go. It's hard to let y'all see them work at the same time. There we go. See how I'm blending these two colors into each other? No lines. You don't want any lines. Get a little yellow in there because we can. Make it a happy egg. Sound like Bob Ross. It's a happy little egg. Right? I'm not getting this on me because it splashes. Might have to pick up some more white to get to the other side here. Blend, blend, blend. You see what's happening here? Like you got all these weird muddled darker colors, but I'm adding the white in and it immediately blends it into this. And even the little bit of color that I pick up, if it's yellow or if it's green or if it's pink, just the little bit that I pick up, it's very subtle. You don't see a lot of it. This is a fun thing you can do to practice some of your, you want to learn some new painting skills. This is a fun skill to learn, the blending. And then you can use it on furniture and things like that, that you can decoupage rice papers onto and things like that. I'm going to add a little bit more yellow in here because I just want some color back here. Maybe even a little bit of pink down here. And I'm going to just blend it in. I do need some white. I'm going to have to stop here and grab up some of the white. Man, all those muddled colors, they just kind of all came together, right? Yeah. I need some white. A little bit more of the creamy, dreamy white here to mix with these other colors. I'm going to dry it off so I can quit putting my thumb in it. Seriously, guys. For real. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I love all the muddled colors. So what originally was the background of the cross, you've recreated some of it.
Now we'll just continue around the back side of the frame with the same process all the way around and dry it up.
You see this? Oh, look at how pretty she turned out. Ain't she cute? All the way around. Okay, these molds are going to go on next around the edge here.
Here I'm applying a generous portion of Titebond Quick and Thick and just smoothing it out all the way to the edges with my finger and making sure that the sides are pressed down and the seam is pressed together well. Hey, and let me just remind you, if you're enjoying this, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified of all my upcoming videos.
Okay, here we go. Flatten this out a little to butt it next to this one. Kind of use your finger, because this clay is still soft-ish. You can kind of use your finger to blend the two together. Okay. Now, here's the tricky part. I'm going to cut it straight across with my scissor. Here. It's still too long. So what I can do here, it's already sticking. It's already sticking on this side. I was going to cut a little of each side, but it's already sticking down. So I'm just going to be very careful and cut about a fraction of an inch to make them blend together here at the bottom. You're not going to see it anyway because it's going to be inside of a basket. You're not going to see the two pieces. Here we go. Where the twain shall meet. You're not going to see. Just making sure that the seams are laying down all the way around, going back. Might have to hit it with a little bit more Titebond if it doesn't lay down. But right now it looks like I got just enough on there that it's not oozing out anywhere. Looks pretty good. Cute. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Okay, so we've got all the way around, and now we're going to put on the Fancy Pants. The Fancy Pants stuff here, we're going to put these molds. Okay, I don't want the little, there was a little bow on there. I'm just going to cut that off. Oh, just like that. Okay. Don't want the little bow. There we go. Okay. Well, they look like they're all pretty much the same size, except for this one could be ever so slightly smaller. That's the beauty of this. You can just cut it if you need to. You know, love that. All right, and so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to go around here. I might only need 4, but we'll see. I'm going to take 2 like this and kind of frame the cross and Jesus right here. I might not let them touch. I might keep them like slightly apart. Let's see here. Okay, these two are going to go up top here.
Okay, so the game plan here is to do exactly what we did with the side molds and apply the Titebond Quick and Thick generously and then smoothing it out and applying it on the egg. I'm keeping them separate So there's a little space between them, and I'm eventually going to put some flatback crystals in those spaces. And I do that off camera. So when you see the end result, you'll know that's what I did.
Okay. See where we're at here? So we got that little bit of a swoop down here and then framed it all the way around on the sides. Cute, right? All right, now we gotta stain them. I've got this, what is this? I got this, I don't even know what it is. Waverly Antique Wax. I'm losing my mind. Y'all, I'm losing it, but y'all knew that. You did. You knew that. I didn't have to tell you. This one is a nice one. That's a nice one. For these little ones anyway. I'm going to get in here with this Waverly. I'm going to use my lid. The Antique Wax. And I'm just going to dabble it. Get this out of the way. Get you out the way. I'm going to just dabble it in here. And I'm going to take a wet wipe, a baby wipe, and wipe it back. Lay down, Sally. Okay. Okay. Need a little baby wipe here. It's your favorite wax, Monica? Really? It's easy to work with. I like it because it's easy cleanup. It's not, doesn't have all the, what do you call, all the oils and stuff. I like it for that reason alone. But I'm just going to get in here and, oh, it's so pretty. It matches the browns with the little bits of blush in it. It's just really pretty. So you wipe it back with baby wipe and, oh yeah. I don't know if you guys can see how pretty that turned out there. See how nice that is along the edges and how it just sinks down into all the little nooks and crannies. And I like it actually even hitting the egg and making the egg look aged. It's pretty, right? And it's pretty fast. Got to get the sides too, so don't forget the sides. Just going to do a couple of little segments at a time because it, you know, you want it to sit there for a second, kind of soak it in. And then go back and I just start dabbing first to see where we're at. And then if I need to wipe more back, I do. But loving it. Loving, loving, loving this. This turned out so pretty. The antiquing on it looks really pretty with the paint. Looks very old world, right? Looks like it came from Italy, a little bit. Crazy Italian made it. This crazy Italian made it. Ah, Susie. All right. Moving along, singing a song. Okay. And going back to this one, just wiping it back. The more antiquing that gets on the egg, the better I like it. True story. It looks good. And even the wrinkles, when they get the antique on it, it looks like fine line. You know what I'm saying? It looks like the fine line crackle. So it's really, it's a happy little mistake. It's just a happy little mistake. I might need another baby wipe here in a minute. guys see how pretty that's turning out? How the antique is going down onto the egg and it's just making it look very old world and pretty. Oh my goodness, I gotta hurry. I knew this was going to take a lot of time. That's why I prepped it so much. I knew it was going to be, there's a lot of steps here going on. But we're almost done. As soon as we get this part stained, we'll put on the crown. I was going to diamond dust some of it, but I don't know. I may not. I was going to diamond dust some of the, but I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm going to get a bigger brush for the sides to get it done, but I needed to get into some of these little teeny tiny spots with this brush. I knew it was going to be an issue. Oh my goodness. This is really pretty. When I do the video on this, I'm going to take some close-up shots so you guys can see the how pretty the staining turned out. It's fragile, I told you. I need another baby wipe here. There we go. There we go. I started out a lot lighter and I got heavier handed as I went. I see I'm going to have to darken this first one up just a little bit more. Not bad. Need my bigger brush here. A little more paint, a little more stain, wax, whatever the heck this is. Turn her on her side here. I might need a different brush. We'll see. We'll see how this one does. I'm just going to do one little section at a time. I wish I had my we'll see. We'll do this little section here. See where we're at. Yeah, that's pretty.
Okay, now this process is pretty much the same the rest of the way around the egg, using the Waverly dark wax and applying it with a bigger brush expedited the process a little bit. Working in sections is key so it doesn't become too dark.
Seriously, y'all? Can you see this? Serious. Look at that. Just look at that. Isn't that pretty? I might put scripture back here. I don't know yet. I'm thinking. I just might. All right, last but certainly not least, we're going to put this crown on. We're going to put, oh, shoot. I'm going to make the little ribbon bow. My hands are full of gunk. I'll just dry it up a little bit. Okay. All right. I love it. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a little finger bow to go. See the little holder we have? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little finger bow real quick I love this ribbon. It's a kind of a rose satin. So pretty. I thought it went really pretty with the colors in this piece. So what you do is you go around your first finger twice. Try to make sure you don't have any glue and paint on your hands. For your first, oh my gosh. Susie. Go around your first finger twice. Like this. Or not. Once, twice. Okay, and then you spread your thumb and you go around your thumb and your forefinger twice. I need a good scissor here. Okay, so that's once. I went around it once and twice. Cut it way down here. And then on the third time that you're going around, you don't go all the way around, but you push your tail right down through these two, okay? You go right straight down to where it comes out this side, and you pull it down, and you're going to go bring your tail up around, and right where that little loop is, you're going to stick your tail right through there and give it a pull, kind of tug it, and it's going to go right in the middle. You make sure it's in the middle, like that. Then you're going to pull this tail out, the one you went around twice with, like that, see? And then you're just going to open up your two bows, your two loops on each side. And you got a gorgeous little bow. You just got to trim it up. Easy, right? Was that easy or what? Okay. Then you're going to just seal off your ends. 1, 2, 3, so they don't fray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's counting? I was counting. And then I'm going to put this right in the front here. With a little bit of hot glue. That is. Isn't that pretty? Look at that little bow. Perfect, right? Okay. I'm going to put this just like that. Oh, I like that. I actually like it looking like that. I might go over this. You know what would be pretty is to put some fine line crackle on that. Right in the center. I think that would be really, really pretty, don't you? I mean, not tonight, but at some point. I may do that. And then all I need to do here is get my B7000 and my hot glue going. And we're going to put this pretty little totally dazzled crown, antique gold, antique bronze, with the little pearls right at the top here. Take it from the top. I want to make sure where it's touching. Right here, like that. Whoops. And then right in the center, I'm going to put a little dabble of hot glue. There. We're going to put a little crown on this egg. Da, 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 da. Just like the imperial margarine crown. We did a lot, right? We did the molds and the egg and the painting and the staining and all the things. There's a lot to this piece, but I think it was well worth it. Okay, there we go, guys. This was epic, but man, I think it turned out sweet, don't you? Look at that. I had to do an egg, but I didn't want it just to be any old egg. I wanted it to be something to do with the real meaning of Easter, right? It's not about Easter eggs and bunnies. It's about Jesus, and it's about what he did for us at the cross. So I just wanted to make sure that we got that in. How pretty. I'm loving that. And even on the back, I think a little scripture on the back would be really pretty. Put it on one of those rotating things and just let it go. Like that, right? All right, guys. One more last look. If you're thinking about getting the European Excellency packs, my link is in the description of this video with my correct code, which is Susie in capital letters, SUSIE. So I was informed I was given the wrong code today. So I was doing Susie 10 for some reason. I thought it was Susie 10. But it's just plain old, good old Susie. So if you want to go on over there, you save 10% with that code if you click that link. So, all right, have a blessed night. Bye-bye.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I'm a whosoever. Are you?